the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school, winning one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, jogging mid. I'm lit. What you doing? I done did. I swear. Slick talker since a jit. Finesse. I know that this what they want.
What's up, guys? Lord Weed is back at it for another video. And before we start anything, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share the video with a friend, and let's try and hit 140 subscribers because we've been getting a bunch of subscribers really fast lately. So yeah. And my little sister is watching Got to Life, if you can hear it, which is trash. So yeah. And my Discord link will also be in the description. And yeah, I got a new intro because the last one got my video copyrighted. So yeah. Now let's get into the what if. This is gonna be what if Deku had a half and half quirk. He'll be the son of Endeavor in this what if, but his quirk will be just a random half and half quirk. It's actually gonna be half sun, half moon. So the moon is just like Escanor power, and the sun is Escanor as well, but stronger because it has more abilities and it has sunshine and midnight form. So yeah. Deku will grow up being treated the same as Todoroki, and they both refused to use their sides that had anything to do with fire, so Deku would neglect his sun side as well, and his moon side is like way powerful, and he can store moon energy so he doesn't have to be in a fight at nighttime, so he just stores it up when he's sleeping. And sometimes when you can see the moon out in the day, yeah, he can store that energy as well, but it's gonna be way more significant. So, oh, and you can collect more moon energy while you're awake, so Deku kind of stays awake at midnight just to collect a bunch of energy for the harsh training in the morning, so yeah. Deku is gonna be going to a private school. Let's say Bakugo goes there too. And let's say, yeah, it's just in the same place and everything's just the same. So they will go to school and Deku will actually take the shortcut instead of taking his ride home. So Deku will get attacked by the sludge villain, with him making a blue shield, no, a blue orb around him out of his moon energy, because he hasn't used his moon energy for years. And let's just say having it in you makes you stronger, actually, without wasting a lot. It just wastes a little bit at a time. So Deku would make that shield out of his moon energy and just reverse it onto the sludge villain, decreasing the size of the orb, just trapping the sludge villain. He would grab this marble-like thing and see All Might jump out the sewers with Deku passing this marble to him. And All Might would be like, oh, what's your quirk? Because you trapped the sludge villain without getting touched. And Deku would be like, oh, my quirk is half moon, half sun. And would be like, oh, I neglect and I don't use my sun side because I don't like my dad. So All Might would be like, no, All Might would have a little conversation about his sun side. And it'd be like, oh, it's your quirk, but like Deku wouldn't give in to that. So he was like pushed a little bit closer to using his sun side. So Deku would get home and would start hiding from his dad because his dad would actually whoop him for not taking the ride home. So he would eventually get found and get beat. So yeah, Deku would no time skip. Actually no, I forgot a part. The whole Bakugo getting trapped by the sludge villain doesn't actually happen, and Deku doesn't grab onto All Might's leg, so he doesn't get one for all yet. Well, he might not get it because I might not have some plot to push it in there. So yeah, Deku will Deku will get into get a letter of recommendation from Endeavor forcefully, and he would actually get first place, even beating the other guy that got first place. So yeah, in canon. So it would be him, Wind Guy, and Todoroki. So yeah. Nard, oh my gosh, Nard. So Deku will get into UA from recommendation, and Ida and all that stuff will just be like, oh, how'd you get in here? How'd you get in the school? We didn't see you in the test. And they would be like, oh, we got a recommendation. And they would be like, from who? And they would be like, from Endeavor, with like a disgusted tone in their voice for just speaking his name. And they would all be in shock because they just got recommendations from the number 2 hero, and everybody would be like fanboying and girling over them. So yeah, everybody would just be surrounding them, and Aizawa would come in and be like, oh, it took you 8 seconds to shut up. And they would all just sit down and they would do the exams. Since Bakugo got first place, he would do that thing at the start, and then everybody else would go after them. And I'm just gonna skip everything except the ball throw. So Deku would come up, and it would be his turn to throw. Everybody was expecting a lot from him because he got a recommendation from this number 2 hero. So Deku would step back and stomp his foot into the ground, making a crater because he was in his moon mode. And let's say he had enough energy to go into his midnight form. So Deku would throw this and it would go infinity because let's say it just broke the speed of sound, the sound barrier, and it went out the atmosphere, so it was just floating in space. Deku would make like another orb, but around the ball, and pull it back to Aizawa. If he, just in case he wanted it back, and he would be like, "Oh, did you want the ball back?" And it would show infinity, and everybody would be in shock except Todoroki because he knows what Deku can do. So Deku would go back into his normal mode, wasting about like 20% of his moon energy. Actually, no, let's say 2% because he has been storing it up for like 3 years. So Deku would no, I don't even know. So they would do their things and I kind of forgot everything else. So yeah, they would go, I don't even know. So time skip, and it is the rescue arc thing. Well, the rescue test thing. And they, I don't even know what I'm doing because I haven't watched My Hero Academia for like 4 weeks. So I kind of forgot the start. I just passed the, oh, my baby brother is crying. I don't even know why. But first I gotta finish this video real quick. Then I'll go check on him. So Deku will Deku no, they would do the rescue arc thing and a bunch of black, no, purple portals would just appear and a bunch of villains would pop out of them. So they would all no Aizawa would jump down like this cliff thing and yell at 13 to protect the students, and Aizawa would be a badass and just start bodying a bunch of them because Aizawa is cool. So yeah, uh, then the purple portal dude would appear and be like, no, and just make a portal around them with some of them jumping out. So yeah, they would all get teleported to their areas, and Deku, Froppy, and Moneta would all get teleported to the water area. So they would be on that boat, and they would decide to jump off. Deku would, no, let's say Deku would just cover the whole like lake. Actually, no, that whole like ocean thing because that was big with his moon energy, and it would be like a blanket that covers a whole bed or a bed sheet. Yeah, a bed sheet on its bed, and all all the people with the quirks that would only make them temporarily be able to breathe underwater would just die because they would be drowned and the rest would just be trapped. So yeah, let's say they have time limits. Actually, nah. So they would all be trapped underwater and they would be doing, no, and they would be running on the moon energy. Deku would collect all this moon energy back into him. Let's say he can do that, but it would be less than he put out. So yeah, he doesn't just get all of it back. So Deku, Froppy, and Bonetta would be like, no, would see Aizawa kind of getting wrecked by the Nomu. Well, getting demolished. It's like a building to a wrecking ball. Well, not a building, because he isn't. Yeah. So, Aizawa would be getting his head smashed into the floor. And Aizawa would, Shigaraki would just appear in front of Froppy. But Naruto would always, damn. So, Deku would see him coming and would punch him away. And let's say he coats this punch with some moon energy, and let's say 20% of it. And this is a lot because stored up for, actually no, let's say it was stored up for like 10 years because he's like 15, 16, I don't know. Yeah, he's like 16 or 15, so 10 years. And 20% is a lot. And so this punch would actually connect with Shigaraki instead of the Nomu. Let's say the Nomu wasn't fast enough. And Shigaraki's head would be busted up and all the hands on him. So yeah, all the hands would be knocked off and he would be like freaking out and trying to disintegrate almost in Naruto, but Deku, and just disintegrate everything in his path. So yeah, Deku will react to this and grab Froppy and Mineta and just start running away. He would put them somewhere safe and he would put a bubble around Shigaraki. Deku would go into his midnight form and start boxing the Nomu because it's hurting his teacher. And he would actually be going toe-to-toe with Nomu until it started going 100% after Shigaraki told it to. Then All Might would show up and everything would go the same. And All Might would wreck the already injured Nomu from... So yeah. Yo, that was like a 2-minute choking session a little while ago. It still kind of hurts. So yeah, this is where I'm gonna be leaving things off. Lord Weed is signing off. Oh, and before we sign off, like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, share the video with a friend, and someone give me a sponsor. Yo, I'm the best YouTuber. JK. That anime website, forgot the name, and that's just a lower chance of me getting sponsored by it. Please sponsor me. I'm good. I got better, but I still choke. My voice is good. So yeah, sponsor me. Now that we got that out of the way, someone collab, please. We can do a video on this channel and a video on that channel, whatever channel. And on my alt channel, it's actually the channel Weed X, all caps. So subscribe to that as well if you watch the video to the end, which is most likely not, because most of you don't even watch for a full minute. So yeah, I do 21-minute videos for no reason. It's kind of just a waste of my time. And I like wasting my times because COVID. There's nothing to do. I'm wrapping my Baz merch around my ladder. This is the longest outro ever. So yeah, now we got the collab with me out the way. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, share the video with a friend. And my Discord link will also be in the description. Now we're gonna be signing off for real. Now I gotta do the signing off. Lord Weed signing off. See ya.
Wintertime, all the time, ooh, yeah. Look at the way that I move, swag, disrespectful and I'm rude, okay. I had cocaine in the school, winter one hell of a kid. I am smoking gas, jogging mid. I'm lit. What you doing? I done did. I swear. Slick talker since a jit. Finesse. I know that this what they want.